Well, hello and welcome to Box Office Chat, where we break down and discuss the top 10 best performing films in the United Kingdom's box office. Stephen, this is for the weekend of March 29th to 31st, 2019. This is going to be the first of a new sort of a formula, Stephen, for Box Office Chat, where it's going to be a little bit more streamlined.
Yes,
we're just going to batter through and focus on the numbers first and foremost, because we're introducing a new show on Tuesdays now, a comic book show, so this is going to be more streamlined, so I digress.
Yes.
Got that out of my system. What's
That's
number
okay,
one?
John. Number one this week, in its first week, is Dumbo. It's grossed 6.1 million over the weekend, and of course 6.1 million overall.
Yes, Stephen, this is of course the latest Disney remake of a classic animated cartoon. The
Tim Burton,
Tim Burton, the feedback's not been astonishing by any means. I think it's been getting mostly poor response from the critics. I don't know what the actual audience feedback is. Certainly can't give my own feedback because I haven't had the chance to go and see it as of yet. But look, $170 million production budget, already sitting at $213.7 million worldwide. It's only been out a week and a bit, so that's not too bad for a film which is obviously a remake, and it's not getting great critical response. But look, it's Disney and it's animated.
To be fair, John, as well, we did go and see another film which we will talk about later. But number two this week is Captain Marvel. In its fourth week, it's 1.8 million over the weekend, 32.8 million overall. Yes,
I mean, again, Stephen, this is also a bigger release from Disney. It would be fair to say £32.8 million after 4 weeks. That's pretty decent. Again, it's not bad fare at all. I think the periphery, the boundary for the top 10 greatest grossing films in the United Kingdom, somewhere around about £40 million or something like that. It may have went up since I last checked it. I know this time last year, maybe a year and a half ago, it was around about £35 million, but there's been a lot of big releases, so it's probably straddling the £40 million mark, so it's doing very well. It's sneaking up there slowly but surely. In terms of worldwide performance, sitting at over $1 billion gross now, so it's in the $1 billion club. That's pretty decent for a standalone film, which was mired with controversy. Obviously, people were not too happy about Brie Larson's comments about press junkets being all white male. Some people chose to boycott it. Didn't affect its box office total at all, though.
Maybe it was predominantly white males that were at these junkets.
Maybe
she was just stating the obvious. You know?
Well, the people, Stephen, that are around about the press junkets certainly seem to agree that it's a wide variety of different demographics that make up the actual journalists, but they do tend to pick out the bigger names for the one-on-one sort of interviews, so they may just be white male. I don't know. I'm not in that field.
If I was in Madrid, I'd be saying there's a lot of Spanish people about, stating the obvious. But listen, number three this week, John, and it's second week. It's Us, and it's grossed 1.7 million over the weekend, grossing 6.4 million overall. Did you get a chance to see this in a second viewing, John?
I didn't know. I've not seen it again. No, I've been too busy, Stephen. We went obviously to see that screener. LA screener for Boys in the Wood, great old Scottish film, and then we went and seen Shazam, so I've not had a chance to go and see it as of yet again, but I probably will, because I did enjoy it the first time. And look, it's doing pretty damn well overall in terms of worldwide performance. $20 million production budget. It's now sitting at 216.5, just shy of $216.6 million worldwide. It's another massive commercial success for Jordan Peele, and hats off to the guy, because look, I enjoyed it for the most part. Didn't agree with the choice at the end, the creative choice at the end, but all in all I enjoyed it. So I'm glad to see it's doing well. And £6.4 million, 2 weeks in the United Kingdom, isn't to be laughed at either. Yeah,
for that genre as well, John. But number four this week, it's Fisherman's Friends, in its third week now. It's grossed another £600,000 over the weekend, 4.8 million overall. This is a film I think I do want to see it. I don't know if I really want to go to the cinema to see it though. It's a musical, it's music based. It's got an interesting story, a decent cast as well, John. But I don't know whether or not it'll just be one of those movies. If I do see it in the cinema, it'll have to be pretty soon, I think. I don't think it's going to be in the cinema that long, but maybe if I get an hour or two spare, it's one of the ones I might slip into the theatre and just check it out, you know. If not, then I'll catch it certainly on the streaming channel or whatever. Yeah,
I won't, Stephen. I definitely won't be going to see this in a cinema. I may if it comes on the TV at some point and it catches my eye, give it a bash. It's certainly an interesting story about these group of guys also having success. Fisherman clearly having success with an album, music album. And £4.8 million is fantastic for this calibre of film. Obviously, in terms of budget, I'm not knocking it for obviously artistic performance or whatever, because I don't know anything about the merits of its artistry. But in terms of commercial success, a film which I would presume would have a small production budget,
I'm wondering if you're going to share the same opinion for the next film I'm about to mention, John.
Absolutely.
Here at number 5, it's What Men Want. It's grossed another £300,000 over the weekend, 2.4 million overall in its third week.
Yeah, Stephen, this is just a rehash of What Women Want. I never liked that film.
Yeah.
I don't even know who was in it. Who was in
Mel
that film?
Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I never seen that.
I thought it was okay, but it's been done. You know, it was done 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was an okay. I don't even want to say laugh out loud because it wasn't. It was kind of a silent chortle.
Silent chortle.
So there you are.
Damning with faint praise there, Stephen. Yeah. $70.1 million worldwide, incidentally. $20 million production budget. I've not seen much promotion for this film, so I can't say that it's getting into too much in terms of promotional budgets and stuff, so it's made a decent little profit.
Yeah, it's one of the things, John, and you're right, it has made a decent little profit, is the promotion of this over here in the UK has been very, it's been very limited. Well, I'm saying limited, it's been non-existent.
Yeah, non-existent. I've not seen a single trailer.
Yeah, the only reason we know about it is because we keep an eye on the box office, but we'll move on, John.
Yes, we shall. Fighting with My Family, Stephen. That's coming in at number 6, yes.
Yeah, it's in its
number 7, sorry. Number 7. No, it's number 6, sorry.
Number 6,
I'm tripping out a minute. I shouldn't correct you, Stephen. You're the guy
okay. Listen,
that does a rundown.
It's in its 5th week, definitely in its 5th week, and it's grossed £200,000 over the weekend. 5.6 million overall, John. Just before I let you in, because I know that you've seen this, I've not seen it, it's not my kind of thing. I did watch the documentary on it. It was on I think Sky TV, and it was an interview with Stephen Merchant, who, like myself, not any interest in wrestling, but he got a phone call from one of his famous friends, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who asked, he saw an actual documentary on this story from this family. Where were they based again?
Norfolk.
Norfolk.
In Norwich. Obviously Alan Partridge land.
And he phoned them and asked them would they be interested in making a film about this. It must have took some convincing for a non-wrestling fan. Yeah. It was an interesting documentary though. It had all the cast were all interviewed for it. What's his name? Nick Frost. He said, we felt like a family as well. Just that unit. Sitting around the table, having dinner, having these conversations, and they said it felt like quite a family affair. Quite an interesting documentary, and it's probably intrigued me enough to maybe catch it on a streaming channel or perhaps when it's on Sky Movies or whatever. As I said, I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I think it's one of those films that I would maybe be interested in from that point of view, now that I've seen that documentary. No,
it's a very interesting story, Steve, now with the whole wrestling thing. That's also the primary aspirational goal she's got, Paige. It's about her coming from Norfolk, a family-run wrestling business, and becoming a big star in the WWE. But aside to that, also her relationship with her brother, he doesn't get picked to go to the WWE. So it tells an interesting sort of a parallel life, a parallel story about these two individuals' lives. His goes a different direction, hers another, but they both learn to make the best of what they've been given in life also. So it's got an interesting story aside to the main wrestling sort of a plot. So I totally urge you to go and watch it. I fully enjoyed it. I thought it was great. Had some brilliant laughs, quite emotional bits, and an inspirational story underneath it also. I'd highly urge you, Stephen. $22.6 million though worldwide. I don't know the production budget. That seems awfully low, but look, I'm going to go with it and say I think it's probably made a profit anyway, so hats off to it. I enjoyed it.
Number 7 this week, John, it's Lucifer in its first week. It's grossed £100,000 over the weekend, £100,000 overall. Now, I do believe this is an Indian film, John. I did read the synopsis of this movie, 8.2 out of 10 it's getting on IMDb, after, I think, just under 2,500 reviews. This reminded me of the power struggle. It might not be. This is an action crime drama. It's certainly not the same genre as The Death of Stalin. But it kind of gave me the sort of idea of the same kind of concept where you've got all these political figures. A political godfather who ruled God's own country dies, and a lot of these thieves dressed up as politicians to take over and rule the country. That reminded me a lot of The Death of Stalin. They didn't dress up, they just were kind of knives in the front KGB. Rather than knives in the back type of people. But it did remind me of that.
Back then? I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not, John. No. But I don't really know too much about the director or the stars in the film, John, other than, we've got a big Indian following over here in the UK, so I can understand why it's getting high ratings from probably that community. But I don't think it's going to be a film I am going to see.
Well, I don't think this is a film, Stephen, that's meant for obviously Western audiences. As you did say, we've got a large demographic of Indian communities in the United Kingdom, so they're obviously going out and supporting a film from obviously the ancestral homeland or just their homeland in general, and really try to push it in and have commercial success. And you see this from time to time. They do pop into the top 10 from time to time, make a short little windfall, 1 maybe 2 weeks, and then they disappear. But look, Stephen, it has got an interesting story though, but once again, it's 2 hours and 55 minutes long. It's crazy long. But look, I don't know anything about the story. I don't know anything about any of the actors or the director, Prithviraj Sukumaran. I don't know why I like to do that to myself, try and pronounce these names. But hats off to it though, it's in the top 10 in the United Kingdom. I think that's primarily down to the lack of obviously competition and just the quiet period before we get Shazam, Avengers Endgame and all the big releases starting to hit in April this month, obviously. This is behind.
Yeah, and it's second week, John. number 8 this week, it's The White Crow.
Yeah.
And it's grossed in £100,000 over the weekend, £700,000 overall. Yeah,
once again, it's not got any worldwide sort of budget performances outlined in Box Office Mojo because it hasn't got wide release. Again, Stephen, I believe this is probably just down to maybe a community. I don't know where this film's from, incidentally. I don't know any details about it.
I only know Ralph Fiennes is the director.
Yeah, maybe it isn't foreign language, and I'm maybe talking crap. But I think it's a biography anyway, and it's a small release. And it's probably in here purely because, again, of the lack of competition in any big releases. So we're seeing some of these smaller release films appearing in the top 10. I think this is its second week, though. It's been in the top 10, so it's doing very, very well indeed. £700,000 for a film of this ilk is pretty decent. It's not a big release by any means.
I know it's only been in, I think, 3 cinemas here in Glasgow.
Yeah,
so
I think it was like 8 theatres or something.
Yeah, it's not been a wide release, John. But moving on to number 9 this week, it's the Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Yeah.
It's in its 8th week now. It's grossed another £100,000, starting to slip off now.
Yeah.
And overall, 18.2 million overall.
Yeah, it's been out 8 weeks, Stephen. Also, I did go and watch this a couple of weeks ago. We both seen it actually. You went after me and watched it as well. You didn't quite get as much enjoyment as I did. I want to say I was absolutely blown away by it, and it was the greatest film of 2019 I'd seen, but I mean, I'd get some enjoyment out of it. I ranked it 3rd overall in the Lego franchise, and I think as I looked at the franchise overall performances in the box office, that was mirrored as well. It was the 3rd best performing film at the box office. It was okay. Chris Pratt, the standout as the dual sort of a leading character, Rex, and I think, I can't remember the other character's name, but it was a cool little dual lead performance. I liked I was about to say graphics, the aesthetics, stunning.
Thanks,
and the story, whilst it's been done again and again, was okay too. Look, it cost $183.6 million worldwide. I don't know the production budget. It couldn't have been small. This is quite a big animated sort of a feature film, so I'd imagine it would have had a decent budget, probably about $80 million, I would have thought. And even then, it still made a profit, so hats off to it.
Yeah. I don't have much more to add, John, other than it was good to look at, and it was probably 20 minutes too long for me.
It definitely was 20. That's something I can definitely get on board with, Stephen. The ending, it was like, I think 3 separate endings.
Yeah, it just
they all get put in a box, and then it was like they were fighting underneath this washing machine, and then it just went on and on and on. And I'm like, just end it, please, end it. But they did end it finally, and I was.
I don't know if they were trying to go for the Inception thing. I don't know what was going on, but it just went on and on and on. But listen, we'll move on. Before I go on and on and on to number 10 this week, it's Instant Family, and it's 7th week, John. It's grossed another £100,000. Another one that I think is going to slip out the top 10 very shortly. It's grossed to 10.5 million overall. That's
very, very good, Steve. No, 7 weeks in, it's done swimmingly at the United Kingdom box office. £10.5 million for a sort of a lesser known drama, comedy, romance. I don't want to say romance, maybe between Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne's characters, But it was an interesting little story. I went and seen it twice. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was quite funny. It had great performances from Isabella Mona, Mark Wahlberg, Rose Byrne. Even the 2 other little kids were good. And then on the side of that, you had Octavia Spencer, and I believe there was somebody else playing the counsellors for the foster parents at the foster parent group thing. So they were very funny too. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad it's done well at the box office. It's crossed $120.3 million worldwide, $48 million production budget. So it's got a fantastic profit again for another Mark Wahlberg release. So I'm pleased because I like Mark a lot. His last one didn't do so well, to be fair. I can't remember what it was called in actual fact. It's the only one I've not seen that he collaborated with Peter Berg. I digress. Doesn't matter. I'm going to round up the show on that note, Stephen. If you've enjoyed this week's box office chat, you know what to do. Comment below and let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, like the video for more content like this, and we'll be back tomorrow with the new comic book show.